never get free. Lamb to the slaughter, what you gon' do when there's blood in the water? The price of your greed is your son and your daughter. What you gon' do when there's blood in the water? Look me in my eyes, tell me everything's not fine, or that people ain't happy.
Hi guys, this is Ravenclaw What If. Welcome back to another What If story. Now this is What If Deku is a perfect host for a symbiote, part 1. Alright, let's run some information down. I got done, researching a couple things, just because I need to. Now, Lady Deathstrike, she doesn't have that whole, cyber thing going on. So, she's stuff like that. So, let's see what else we could do. Yeah, let's do that. So, and I had a comment, a discussion. Well, one of the previous comments on my last video saying this has nothing to do with UA and nothing to do with Venom or all this stuff. Why I'm doing this for this story is have more plot. I'm not going to follow the same lines that every other whatever does with Venom, where meteor crash in Japan gets Venom, stuff like that. I'm not doing that because everyone's done that several times over. So I'm doing it a bit different. I'm going to spend a good portion of time in the U.S. so he could learn his skills, where all the tools he needs when we get into the UA stuff. So that's how we're gonna go. And what else? Give me a second here. Yeah, and Lady Deathstrike does have her adamantium claws, or fingernails, whatever. And I just read her, I did a little more of a refresher on her backstory. So she killed her father. So then the guy that she fell for killed himself in front of her to redeem himself from the dishonor of, betraying his master. So stuff like that. So, if you want to learn more about, Lady Deathstrike, you just go search on YouTube. There's probably a few character explain on that. But let's get to the story because we're already at almost 3 minutes now. So as we start as time, they arrived at America as they go to the, her bed. Oh, I'm sorry. Where she stays at when she's in the States. It's a let's just say it's a not in the city. It's out in the wilderness, kind of like a base. As Izuku has spent a couple days there already. As she's in her office, as Izuku comes running over, she picks him up. She's like, "Mom, what's that?" As he points at the screen, it says adamantium. Sorry, for some reason I have a hard time pronouncing that. Just give me a second here. Oh shit. Give me a second here. I totally messed it up, did I? Well, I don't know. I kind of stopped. Sorry, it kind of stopped recording when I was talking. So as she's like, as Izuku's like, "What's that, Mom?" As he points at the screen, "Oh, my little rabbit, that's adamantium." As she extends her nails, that's adamantium claws on her nails or whatever. As she's like, "No, little rabbit," as she pokes him on the nose with one of the claws, that will cut you. Are you interested in this? As she smiles deviously. And she's like, yeah, Mom, what is it? As it's the chemical makeup of, the this precious metal. And he's really? Can I mix them? And she's like, and she laughs. She's like, we could sure try. As he spends next couple years, you know, training with hand-to-hand combat. When he turned, let's say, we're gonna time skip towards he's I guess he'd be first year middle school, but over the time skip, we're cut to a scene. Just a little thing. Sorry, guys. As she sees, Izuku creating adamantium. Yeah, I know I butchered that. I'll probably get comment down below, but adamantium, whatever. The metal that Wolverine's made of. This his skeleton. Let's continue. And she's like, as she hugs Izuku, she's like, that's a good boy. That's good, my little rabbit. As that progressed, as she trained the boy into hand-to-hand combat with weapons and uses Quirk in a interesting way. As now, he's able to shoot out weapons out of his blade weapons. He's able to shoot it out of his hands, create it, and then shoot it out. That's how I just kind of want him. I kind of want him to do that. So, I'm not sure how realistic that is, but that's for the sake of story. Let's say he can. So there's that. She does off jobs with she helps with the Brotherhood occasionally. As you have Izuku, he's around the age of beginning of middle school. As Izuku's getting cornered by three of Lady Deathstrike's people surround Izuku, all wielding swords, katanas, as they all three go into to attack. Izuku creates a blade, single-handedly. This takes their disarmed them. Was not even sheathing his sword. He used just the sword itself in the sheath just to disarm them. As he pulls the sheath, then goes strictly to the guy's neck. As Lady Deathstrike starts clapping. Excellent, little rabbit. You really, still calling them. You still call me that, Mom? Of course, it's my little nickname for you. Your training is going very well. As you have a man floating from the air in a red outfit with a cape. Mom, we have a visitor apparently, or intruder. Do you want me to take him out? And she's like, no, Izuku. Now, over this time, he has created metal at the adamantium for, profit. So he's a little factory. So, that's why I said she won the lottery, because, he could create basically anything as long as it's not like a living tissue. So, adamantium there is. So, as Magneto, he's like, comes down. As he hands over a drive. This is the information we agree upon on our arrangement. I'm holding in my bargain. And she's like, good. Who's that? He's like, speaking of, ooh, that's a new face. And who are you? As he steps forward. Oh, that's my son, Izuku. Say hi to Magneto. Not sure if she would call him by his first name, but let's just say she called him Magneto, so, there's that. Huh. So is he a mutant? No, better. As she smiles. As Magneto's like, explain. I'm curious. He is what you call a person with a quirk. Quirk. I think I've heard of those before. Mystique would know a lot more about that than I, but I could always talk to her later. So, young one, what is your quirk? As he bends down, as Izuku, as he looks at Izuku, as he's like, creation, Magneto. Because his mother told her, Lady Deathstrike made sure, manners and all that stuff, so he's not going to be a dick. Even though I could. So, creation, as he's trying to get more information, he's like, that's quite enough. If you have no further business, you could leave. And she's like, as Magneto's like, very well, Lady Deathstrike. The offer still stands to join my organization. We mutants, you all need to stick together. Even though you're not a mutant, young one, you still have a place. Young man, as he flies off. Because he's interested in the boy now. Creation. Mystique. Yes, Magneto. I want all the intel you could gather on Lady Deathstrike's little boy. Her son. As Mystique's son. What do you mean? I didn't know she had a son. Yeah, apparently she has one. Get me all the information on the boy. As his name is Izuku. Not sure on the last name though. As sorry. As she as she gets to sorry. What was his appearance? As she tells him, green hair, green eyes. That's not very common, so that shouldn't be too hard to find out. So as, they do that. Sorry. Drop my phone on a second. On accident. As a couple days pass, one night, as they're on top of a building in New York. As Izuku's mother, what are we doing here in the city, especially on the top of the building? You just kind of had us flow down here, and then the helicopter kind of just took off. It's finally arrived, my boy. As Izuku looks over, what do you mean? Finally, for your final test. Final test, mother. What do you mean? It's simple. You're going to survive in the streets of New York. And get a name for yourself. Explain, mother. It's simple. You could either, Odin I forbid is, being a hero. As she wants to see how he does against heroes. That's the whole reason. Only reason I forbid it, son, is because I want to see how you do against them. If you're able to survive a year in this city without being captured, then you have essentially, passed the rite of, adulthood. I'm just saying that's how she does it. Mother of the year, but she's like, as Izuku's like, understood, mother. Am I allowed to kill? Yeah, she's like, I approve of, Sorry, let me think of that word, what I was thinking of. I encourage such actions, but don't be stupid about it, boy. As Izuku, yes, mother. as he has a hoodie, as he, goes down the stairs. As, before she leaves, she's like, oh yeah, before I, leave, you might want to get, oh, a costume. Oh, different clothes for your daily life. She's basically asking for, a vigilante suit, basically, he's going to do. So he's going to be targeting, Mother. It's alright if I target villains as well. And she's like, huh, interesting. I have no problem with it, as long as you don't, stay away from the Brotherhood. I don't trust them. Yes, Mother. And if you see Logan, stay clear of that one. You're not ready for him yet. What do you mean, Mother? Don't worry about it. It's something I have planned for future. As she takes off, a helicopter comes, picks her up as she flies. Like I said, son, stay alive for a year. As she tosses some money down, here's a little bit to get you started. As she flies away, as Ezekiel picks up the money and pockets it, as he scales the wall. It's not a big building. Let's say it's like it's not a skyscraper, but it's a decent sized building, maybe 4 or 5 levels. So as he scales the roof, gets off it, walks in an alley as he puts the hood over his head on the hoodie that he's wearing. And he's like, what am I doing now? First step is finding Lodge. But what am I going to do? Definitely not going to go and be some stupid ass hero, that's for a fact. But I want to do villainly. I don't want to be, straight up villain. I don't really see the appeal of it. As Ezekiel gets the light bulb and he says, that's it. Vigilante. That it is. As Ezekiel smiles. As he's like, guess we should get started. As we're going to pass a couple nights, a couple days, a couple nights has passed. As Ezekiel, it's telling a person, he's running around the alleyways as Ezekiel's on the roof, hopping over, rooftops. As Ezekiel, as he sees a clear shot, as he creates a shuriken, as the shuriken hits the dude the back of the leg, as he screams, damn it! As Ezekiel's wearing his uniform, not sure you want to call it, sorry, I need to see that comment before okay. I'll put a poll up after I'm done with this episode. If you want Black Rabbit or Blackjack as his vigilante name. So for right now, we'll go as Black Rabbit because that's the original name I was going to use. But if Blackjack wins the vote, then I'll start using that in the next, from now on. So let's continue. As the dude's, limping, trying to get away, as Ezekiel jumps down, throws, some more, throwing one more, as it pierces the other leg, as he falls down on his knees. Sorry, I need to do something real fast, and there's that. Okay, cool. As he, he turns over and fires at Midoriya with a gun. As Midoriya, he's been trained, let's say he's been trained similar like Stain, but a little more brutal, because, Mother doesn't know how to hold back. So, he just, dodges out of the way, throws a knife, as it pierces the dude's hand, as he drops the gun, as Ezekiel jumps forward, knees the dude as he jumps on him with his knee on his throat. As he knocks him out, ties him up, against like a pole. As he has, you know, a sticky note on top of him with a black rabbit. Yeah, let's say it's like the black rabbit, as you know, he creates. No, this is better yet. As he ties him up, as he creates the same toy he used to like carry around a lot, a black rabbit. As he ties the dude up with a black rabbit with him, has a sticky note on him saying, "The black rabbit was here." Like, you know, no little quote or whatever. No, it's just a picture of a black rabbit attached to a stuffed animal that's tied up with the dude. So there's that. Not a sticky note. Sorry guys, I don't know what to really put there. I know I want to put something to leave a mark. Let's just say he just leaves the stuffed animal. So as you know, he leaves as the cops finally show up because they were robbing places like normal. As he was chasing them down, she's like, "Huh, cocky bastard trying to shot at me. Can't believe he actually shot at me." As he's, you know, a little bit shaking, he's like, "I'd rather fight with people with swords. Goddamn, I hate guns." As he's jumping off, doing his vigilante work. As he sees, you know, I don't know if I should do that. Give me a second here. Okay. As there's a big commotion on the street, as you see Rhino like rushing through, as Izuku, you know, jumps backwards. As he's out of his hero gear, his vigilante gear. As it's in his backpack. Because the night, you know, he's done for the night. Because after being shot at, he's kind of like, yeah, let's call it a night. As Rhino comes rushing through, as Spider-Man comes webbing by, webbing Rhino straight into a car, as he hits his head, as he's like, "When I get this off me, you're dead, Spider-Man. I'm gonna run you through." As he's, Spider-Man's doing his all, smart ass quotes. As he's like, "How can you get me if I'm way up here?" As he's like, "Oh," as he rips it off as he rushes over to, Spider-Man. As he hits a lamppost, he shakes his head. As Spider-Man sees, as he has his, as several people are running away, as he's just walking down the street, like not caring, like doesn't really care. He's seen enough of this whole song and dance routine with Spider-Man. He's seen him with several different heroes with similar abilities as him. As he's doing some research on the heroes right now. So as he has his notebook, he's writing down, he's watching. As he's watching the fight, as he's like, let's just say he walked down the street and hit a corner in an alleyway, as he leaned against it, as he's watching and writing. As you have Lady Deathstrike in her office, building she is in, just for Izuku's, see how he does. As she has, cameras set up everywhere, so she has complete surveillance on Izuku at all times. Huh. As, man, what is the young master doing? He's learning, that's what he's doing. He was always the cautious type. It's a good thing. He doesn't rush into things. He wants to come up with a plan. So Tech and Spider-Man his next target. Yeah, that's what Ziggy's doing. He learns about a superhero, then he targets him and tries to take him out to test out his abilities. He won't kill the hero because there's no need to. He He just wants to test his abilities against the strongest foes that he can find. He'll kill the villains, that's fine, Danny, but he doesn't, kill heroes. That's not his thing. Even though he was raised by, a psychotic woman, a psychotic mutant, but he has his own, standards, his own morals. And so as Spider-Man finally defeats, Rhino, webs him up, as Ezekiel's like, I think I got everything I need. Now I just need to come up with a plan. And judging by those up there, as Ezekiel looks up, smiles, it's like, that must be his little partners, his little sidekicks or something. As he sees, Gwen up there. Scarlet does her thing around the city, but she couldn't help Parker. I guess this would be Peter Parker, I guess. Might as well. As, she couldn't help Peter because she had other things to deal with. Her own villain. Parker called for backup right in the middle. She was, dealing with something. So, I'm putting them all on, like, a spider team. So, all the spider ability, characters from UA. Not UA. Sorry. Wrong universe. From Marvel. It's a little group. Like, Spider-Man, Peter Parker, Silk, Gwen, and Miles, I think. Yeah, Miles. Let's put Miles in the group. So Miles is in here. But he's off, he's, doing whatever. He's probably sleeping because, he has school tomorrow. So, as that goes on, but at least those two, at least that one's going to be a problem. I've seen him with several other spider people. Doesn't help the fact that he gets sensed danger, so this is going to be tricky. As he walks back home, as he has a map on what do you call it? He has a map of the city, pinned, marked on the wall, where Spider-Man usually patrols. As he's narrowing it down, his path, as he's like, so he always goes to around that area. As he's like, I probably could find out who he is, but that would be, oh yeah, that would be nice. As he smiles, yeah, I'm gonna do that. Then I could attack him during the day without, that'll be the most easiest to have fun with him. As Ezekiel is going to do the whole, I know who you are gig, and to get Peter to come alone to a one-on-one fight. So he spends the next couple days observing Parker and Spider-Man, as he found, one time that his mask ripped. As he takes it off, and he had a spare laying around. As he put one on after the fight, as he's like, got you. Let's say he watched Spider-Man for a while now, and let's say it's been a couple months, and he finally messed up. You got a glimpse of him in his face when he was changing. He already had his spider suit on, but he didn't have the mask on yet. He was changing on top of a rooftop, and Ezekiel had he had a sniper on him. As he's watching through the scope. He's not gonna fire at him. He just needs it first scene. No, let's say scratch that. Some high-tech goggles that he created. as he sees, Spider-Man getting puts on the mask, as he does some research, as he follows him around, as he's out of his suit and everything like that. As Ezekiel walks past him, bumps into him. My apologies, sir. Oh, no problem, kid. You dropped your phone. As Ezekiel picks his phone up, put a chip into it, as he hands it back to him. Sorry, sir. No problem. As they go their separate ways, as he put a hacking device into Peter's phone, as he, finds out that way how to find his identity. No, his real name. He doesn't know his real name. Peter Parker. Well, me and you, Peter Parker, are going to have a whole lot of fun. As Ezekiel's like, finally, something fun to do. As he likes messing with heroes. That's one of his hobbies. It's time for, it's time for Spider-Man to finally meet the Black Rabbit. As he walks away, as we're going to stop the episode there. I was trying to get this out because, I'm at work today, so I don't want to wait after work to come up with, a more thought process of a story. But this is what I came up with short notice. It's not rushed. It's not rushed at all. It's just, there's so much I could do with this. Flopping in the Marvel universe. There's a whole lot of things I could do. There's the Avengers, the X-Men, the Brotherhood, Hydra, including all the rest of them. I have a lot of things to play with, so he'll eventually get to UA, but UA doesn't start until after high school, so I got plenty of time to flush out the story, make it interesting. So I hope you guys have a good night and day, judge my time zone. And small pause. I'm gonna work on this until it at least gets 5 episodes. Then the next What If will be on the list. Because I already did several episodes of the Noma What If, so I'm gonna go down the list one by one. And each What If I make 5 episodes of, I'll go down the list. So I can, so you guys don't wait on this one What If to finish when it's gonna take forever, So I want to give you guys, more of the story of the other What Ifs that you like. So that's how I'm gonna do this. So hope you guys have a good night and day, judging by time zones. All right, bye.